Anyway, if you haven't figured out what's going on, you got some living to do. So, let me show you some more clues. If you haven't. A 1-to-3 ratio is pretty good. If you reduce it to more, even better the score. Anyway, this is my technique. So, for example, got 3 shovel loads of this silt we just made, last silt. When it gets thicker like this, it runs really quick, so be careful at first. What you want to do is you basically want to do what Mother Nature does with some of her water and push it back and forth over the screen. Again, be careful not to go too far to the edges just at the beginning, because otherwise you'll get a squirt out like that. And that took a lot of work to get this far, so you don't want to waste all that effort. And basically sift it back and forth. What you're trying to do is you're trying to press out the clay. So we've reduced it from boulders to stones to rocks to cobble to rubble to sand. Now we're at silt. We're trying to get the very fine stuff out. It's been sticking together for, I don't know, a couple 100,000 years or more, wouldn't you say? So it takes a little bit of effort to get this out. And as you scrape back and forth, you want to just make a single layer of sand appear. If you want the silt to be able to get through, or the clay. Anyway, is this boring you? Alright, yeah, I'll speed it up a little bit. Okay. We can slow it down now, alright? Alright. So, as you can see, we've reduced quite a bit by passing back and forth. Final pass, you want to do extremely fine. You want to absolutely have just one layer of sand appearing on your grate. In this case, it's like a 1/32 mesh, and it's fragile when it gets this small. It looks like I'm being hard on it, but you develop a feel for how much you can work it. And this goes to show why you need to get rid of all the little cobble before, because all it takes is one little stone to rip a hole in the fabric and you gotta redo it all over again. Anyway, so what's going on here is we're getting the last bits of the clay that's been stuck to sand for eons, or millennia. Alright, we can speed this up again too, right? Don't you think? You want to get to the good part, right? Alright, let's do it. Okay, how about a little slow-mo for a change? Everything looks cool.
Everything is cool in slow motion, right?
So, as you can see, 3 scoops of this, reduced to almost 1 scoop. That is typical of my methodology. So, on that note, come here, let me show you something else. So, what you want to do with this last sand, which you've just gotten from processing silt, there's mud right next to it, right there. The mud, let me just back up a little bit. Normally, you let this fill up with whatever debris it is that you're trying to process. Only you never let it overflow into your water bucket. This you want to scoop up and save for the next processing. However, in this case, we're at the last processing, and I've already removed the mud and silt, the mud that was dripping out of all these processes from boulder to silt has been accumulating in this bin. However, I transferred it over to here, and what it amounts to is about 6 gallons of just pure mud. This is that fine dust that I showed you earlier. Anyway, what you want to do with this silt, or the sand that you've removed from the silt, because now you just got mud, or close to mud, as close to mud as you're going to get. You want to take that sand and you want to save it in a pile, right? Here in this case, I put it back in the old sandbar for safekeeping, in case what you're looking for there's more of. So it'll be nice and safe right here. Anyway, next